Hi there, my name's Mike Dixon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm not doing a review. I'm doing a more of a opinion, my perspective, my outlook, and me, nobody else. No, this is me. I've been wanting to share this thought with you all. And the title is going to be, Android. Why I play with a losing team. Let me just start off for the folks with, this is YouTube's global. I'm just giving you an idea. I'm here in the United States, New Jersey to be exact, about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia. So to give you an idea what part of the world I'm at. I know Android is global. I know that how I read and understand things, that Android is very dominant in a lot of other parts of the world. But where I'm here in the United States, or at least in North America, to me, again, my perspective, Android is slowly sinking down the food chain, where iPhone is everywhere. I always said before, maybe in past streams and all, take a minute, sit at the mall. I know this is COVID, but if you could sit at the mall and look at what people are carrying, just observe that. Do a count. How many Android phones alone do you see? And if you see Android, how many of them are Samsung? Now, why do I say I'm playing for a losing team? I can't help myself to start off with, this is the Pixel 6. I bought this just days after, I ordered this days after the release. I gotten it, first few days of November, ordered it from Best Buy, and took my SIM out. Now, mind you, at the time, I think I was this phone might have been on one line, and this phone, one of the two, I think this was on my primary. I get, of course, I've got a personal phone number that everybody has from, when I order Chinese food, to mom and my brother and my son. Everybody calls me on that particular line. So I have a secondary line I'm using sometimes for trying out a phone. So I can't say which phone was which when I made the switch back from leaving this phone to this. I'm most certain I left to go onto this phone on a full-time basis. And I wanted to test this phone out. And I was looking forward to going back to this phone maybe in December. And then some of the problems were arising. And then I said, well, let me just stick with the Flip. And I wanted to get a nicer case for it. I do have a nice case, but it covered a lot of the, I like to show the red and the pink on the 6. So, I waited for my Christmas money come. And I got in a case. I ordered the official screen protector from Google, some kind of OtterBox one. I forget offhand. But again, I had a glass screen protector, and there were all that fiasco with the fingerprint reader, and it did not. I had a glass, very very nice glass screen protector on it, and I said, you know what? I want to keep this phone pristine, no scratches. I stopped using it. I'm going to wait, see what December patch brings. It was bringing a bunch of stuff, and then I found myself fascinated with the Z Flip. As December progressed, as you all know, this Pixel 6 had its issues. Everything from you can't make a 911 call, to me, the deal breaker is I love the screen calling. There's no other phone that does that. And then I said, that's the deal breaker for me. If that's broke, I will just live on the Z Flip. But there's problems abound with other Android phones. Me personally, on this phone, there were two things that made me move my primary SIM out of this. And I know I did that video how I raved about about this very phone, and I love this phone still. I still am going to go back to this possibly as my primary because all the problems with this. The biggest problem with the Z Flip is I cannot, and I stress, I cannot get RCS to work. I cannot get Android messaging to work properly on that phone. And I had a problem with my S10. And for whatever reason, I did a few tricks I read up on. It worked. So when it worked on that, I tried that on the Z Flip. And it worked for a day and a half. Eventually, I got a call from my mom saying, Mike, I am trying to message you and you're not responding. You okay? I didn't know it would not take in messages. It stopped pretty much working altogether. Messages would get hung up. I would test. My mom was more than happy to. I tried to send her messages. She wasn't getting them. She wasn't sending them. She's sending them to me. I wasn't getting them. And RCS on here would not allow a picture to go through. Now, I had to go through hell to back out of it to eventually go on to regular SMS texting, and it works. Again, why do I play on a losing team? Because this is what works for me. And I think the tech community needs to understand that, or I'm sorry to say it that way, that 2021 at times I would see things people talk about, Twitter's my main go-to, that are just people, it's just a preference. It's it's a brand. I mean, I grew up in the time when there was a Ford, Chevy, and still to this day. But when it gets stupid, when you get the Ford, Chevy thing, and people are fighting over who's better on this stuff, stop. It's no fun now. It's no fun. And here it is with Android versus iOS. I tried. I had an iPhone, I had a watch, and I had iPads. And I tried to make videos on that very iPad. I say two iPads. And both of them, I just couldn't get it. I could not get the workflow like I can do a video here on my laptop and shoot it with whatever device I want to use. And it just, for me, it just did not work. And that's where I wanted to say is, even though I'm playing on a losing team, I know this is what works. So, another problem 2021 had Pixel 4a. People who were shooting 4K video and it would overheat. Now, can you imagine these things I mentioned about? Can you imagine an iPhone having iMessage not working right, shooting 4K video not okay? What was your, and like if they had a call screen? Can you imagine if Apple said, hey, we have a problem with this last update and we really need you to roll it back? I know I can hear some of the comments now. Well, just go to iOS. Switch to an iPhone. This is what works for me. These three phones. I wish I had. I wish I had a Oneplus. I'm tempted at times to get a Oneplus phone. Rishi, shout out to Rishi, had a post on Twitter talking about he had to roll his OnePlus 9 Pro back from Android 12 back to 11. This shouldn't be this way. But it is. And I'm willing to ride this out. I'm looking at my laptop, my sorry ass broken hinged laptop, and looking to replace it. You would think I would go to a Mac computer, the best, the one that everybody else has. The one that everybody else I'm supposed to end the video, but I had a little snafu, so I'm going to add a few more minutes. The one that everybody raves about, whatever, the newest one, the one that has the Intel chips in it, whatever. For me, a PC, a Windows desktop unit, I think what's going to work for me. Notice I keep on saying for me. And I'm sorry. I have to apologize. But maybe we can just take our experiences, what's working for you and for me, and share those experiences and learn from each other. Let's have 2022, which, by the way, is January 1st, 2022, my first video for the new year. Let's share the experiences, and let's not be so combative about who has the better one, and don't, green bubble, blue bubble crap. Let's get around in a round table, bring out the coffee and a beer, and talk shop. Anyway, that's enough. I'm over my time limit. I'm Mike Dixon. This is my YouTube channel. You like today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I'm going to click off in 3, 2, 1.